Welcome back, everybody, to the Sharpshooter Sports Talk. I'm your humble and gracious host, Mr. Brisk Sharp, on the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours, and the fives and the six. Everybody, if you was here Sunday, you already know this is part two of who deserves the title of greatest college football team. Greatest football team ever. We're gonna find out tonight, and you guys are gonna vote on it. But before we get into any of that, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to come over here. If you're on Twitter, come on over here to YouTube and subscribe to the channel, and also subscribe to these brothers' channels. But I got to introduce my guys. Y'all already know, man. Alabama A&M zone, former running back and graduate, one of the smartest people in this football game. I actually quoted him this week about something, and I'm going to mention that on the show tonight. Y'all show your love to our brother and friend, Coach Shawn.
Much love to my broskies. Good to see Shawn up in the house, the man with the dopest background in the history of Bama football.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Much love to be back with B Sharp, the hottest show host. You know what I'm saying? I got the hottest show. You know what I'm saying? And we doing it like that, man. Much love to everybody in the chat. Missed y'all for a show.
Oh, yeah, man. We are up in here. We are definitely up in here. That's why I said, man, make sure you guys hit that like button. When you come in, make sure you wipe your feet by hitting that like button and subscribing, because we on the road to 2,000. We're going to get there before my birthday, and that's July 17th. Matter of fact, we're going to get there before the end of June. We're going to already set the margin high. But y'all already know, man. Y'all heard Coach Shawn mention him. Y'all already know, man. Future insider of college football.
I'm just going to embrace it.
The future insider of all college football. If you don't know, it's an inside joke, ladies and gentlemen. But y'all show your love to Rep 1 Exposure's on 1/3. I think it's any 1/3.
1/3.
1/3 of Rep 1 Exposure, everybody. Show your love to our good friend and brother, Mr. Jonathan Lewis.
Appreciate it, fellas. Appreciate the invite, Brinsky. Good to see you on here, Coach Shawn. Ephraim, I'm going to go ahead and answer this question for you. You don't ever buy a Dodge. Chevy is the way to go 100%. The Silverado. It's nice to see the Tennessee Volunteers in the chat as well. And Roll Tide Latoya. I think I saw Bishop in here. Roll Tide.
Up in here. Bishop up in here. I'm glad.
Bishop.
Miss Susan up in here.
Seven Brews watching. We need a sponsor over here.
Hey, my wife been killing those,
bro,
and I've been going there when they open up the new one. It's free. Everybody need that sponsorship. Y'all make whoever the plug. Tell them we all need it.
Yep.
I promise you, I'll talk highly for you. But yeah, man, we getting into it with the part 2 tonight, man. Y'all already know the greatest team. I knew it was gonna take long last week because we had so many games, and I knew we were gonna get into discussion of it. This is the updated ranking. I also have it in the background. I'm gonna move it to the side in a minute so everybody can see. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good one. Actually, a lot of great teams on here, and some people was talking about the Alabama choice, some Alabama people, and I was like, man, y'all had all this opportunity to let me know what Alabama team y'all wanted up here. I said, give me suggestions. Ain't nobody gave me no suggestions, so I went with the most logical choice, the 2021 with the best offense. I could have went with the 2000. Everybody kept saying 2012. I like 2012. I actually like 2015 better.
Oh,
I love 2015 squad, man. But the offense just didn't match, man. It just, I'm trying to put the best team to go against.
But what wins championships, offense or defense?
Defense.
So then you gonna take that 2015 defense over that? If you tell me you're taking that 2012 or 2015 defense over 2012, I don't know if we're gonna be on speaking terms anymore. Stop it. Why are you considering it?
2012. You talking about AJ McCarron them last year?
I really believe I would take them over them.
Okay, that's gonna be a separate video. Just like
I believe, hey man, that's
We
I like that.
That's
Hey,
a separate video.
now we got a discussion. Now,
Which one you saying, John?
2012 Alabama's defense specifically, not team.
That's Courtney Upshaw and them, right?
That's not Courtney. Courtney and them was 2011.
Hang on, because this is a whole. That's why I said separate video because I can get into this.
2012 when we beat Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, yes. 2012 when we beat Notre Dame. 2011. If you talking about Courtney Upshaw and them, then I have to because they had one of the lowest scoring.
I do lowest scoring, all that. Okay, great. But when you're talking about, I need to bring up the entire defensive roster. That's what I need to bring up because there's too many to name.
It ain't comparing to 2015.
I'll take 2017 offense to blow their asses out. Blow them their asses
over
out.
2012.
Hell yeah.
I can't do this. I can't do this. Here's the thing. In 2015, the 2015 team had a huge advantage, by the way.
Because look at that defense that they had.
Staff of
and the offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I'm not talking about offense. I'm talking about deep.
Just look at the mind.
I'll take was it 17, B-Shaw?
Do not.
You take 15.
I'm talking about the team that beat Oklahoma when Josh Jacobs ran up. Josh Jacobs,
that was
Najee, B-Shaw, Irv Smith, Tua.
2018. That was 2018. That was 2018.
Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Water wasn't there. He didn't come to the next year.
I'm not even talking about. Okay, so yeah, you're saying the offense versus. So
it's 2018 because we lost to Clemson that year.
I take that offense and defense. When we lost, true enough, Gimpy too on one leg, but that offense had more NFL talent as a whole of those 2-3 years they was together than anybody has ever played at Bama.
I understand, and that's what I was going to get into in here. That's why I wanted to be in this one, not specifically this one, but just be in at least one. Are we talking when you look and compare? Let's say the upcoming, let's say Clemson 2018 Clemson versus 2005 Texas. Are we saying who has the most talent, or are we saying who would beat who?
Yeah,
because that's two different discussions.
Who beats who, and talent.
So that's two. Then I have different answers for different ones. That's the problem.
I got the same answer. I can't remember one. I still had the same answer.
I'm going with Ephraim though. Nixon 5.
If it's the Spurs, okay, man. Hey, man, you throwing me off topic, man.
I'm sorry. Whoever's winning the West is winning the championship.
So let me, John, you think the 05 Texas team would have beat that Clemson team with that defense?
No. I just use that as an example.
Okay.
Because it's on the screen. I saw it. That's why I said that.
Oh yeah.
To me, the hardest one up there to me was the USC Trojans versus Florida State with Jameis Winston.
And I agree 100%. Why? Because yes, Jameis didn't he have Kelvin Benjamin that year?
Rashad Green, Devontae Freeman.
Great talent, but when you compare that talent to the 04 USC,
it's not even. No.
But hold up,
talent is more talented than 04 USC. You better look up the roster.
And look at USC's defense that year. They wasn't great on defense.
No, I know they weren't great on defense. But we're talking about. So hang on, Brensky. Are you telling me the 2013 Florida State team had more talent that went to the NFL?
Yeah,
in 2000.
I think they did. Look it up. I think they as a whole.
About it. That was the easiest one.
See, me and B Sharp talked about this. We become prisoners of the offense of one player. We be prisoners of that. Like we think about Texas. You think about how great Vince Young was, and rightfully so. Right?
He had a great defense.
But remember now, that USC team almost got beat a few times. You know, and I know Florida State had their calls too.
They barely won the national championship.
But we talking like that Auburn team wasn't good.
Yeah,
right.
That Auburn team was good. They was dropping 40 and 50 pieces on teams.
Nope. Separate video.
Don't worry, man. We're gonna talk about it because I'm telling you,
we got to, bro.
This is why you should have been here.
Yeah, I wish he was here. I wish he was in that first one, but Coach I was here.
Because my boy said he was gonna be here for an hour and stayed the whole show. That let you know he was too much into it.
Yeah.
Van Edwards knows USC was stacked. FSU had great talent, but not the same. But anyways, that's a separate video because I can sit here and get on a tangent for an hour just on this stuff. So
well, I know with this one, we got 2002 Georgia. I mean
2002.
2022 Georgia versus 1995 Nebraska Cornhuskers. That's why I said, man, we got one historically great offense against a historically great defense.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Shawn. What offense did they run for Nebraska? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. They ran a triple option.
Okay, no,
Yes.
that way. Okay, I got you. So I was legitimately asking because I didn't know.
With Tommy Frazier.
I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure.
You put great on there. You put great on there.
Yeah.
All these guys, matter of fact, all these guys are great because these are historically great teams.
Remember this, man, and I'll say it again, and maybe I need to rehash it because John wasn't here. Please don't y'all forget about that 1995 Florida Gators football team.
Gets massively overlooked.
They wiped the floor with every SEC squad, bro.
Yeah.
We had never seen no team come out in 5 wide back then with Riedel Anthony and Ike Hilliard, 2 first-round wide receivers, by the way. Look it up. These dudes, man, was awesome. They both were pushing for 1,000 yards. I mean, look at their running backs. Elijah Williams, they had Chris Doran. Chris Doran was talented as hell at 17 touchdowns. He was the 3rd wide receiver. That safety, Lawrence Wright, was knocking for. That was Landon Collins before Landon Collins, man. That team didn't play no close games, and Nebraska beat them 62-24. Beat them like they was a stepchild.
That's insane.
They didn't give up a sack all season long, bro.
The one thing I will challenge you about that Florida team, I wouldn't even consider that as good as that team was. I don't even think nobody would consider that a top 2 Florida team now.
I don't know. You got to ask somebody who know, not nobody young. You got to ask somebody who know Florida football.
Yeah,
because that funny gun Florida team was awesome, bro. I don't know now. I would love to ask a Florida person that's at least 40 years old about because that team was great, man.
Yeah, I know my boy is a big time Florida fan, but I know he going with Tebow and all them boys. Without a doubt. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. Those teams were more talented on offense and defense, to be honest. Definitely. Because I don't know from Chris. Well, we'll get that.
But I'll say this. I don't remember that Tebow team dominating the SEC like Steve Spurrier's teams did.
Look, 2008 Florida team. I'm not gonna say they had some struggles, but the fact was, I think the SEC is more talented in 2008 than they were back then with Spurrier playing.
You sure about that?
I'm 100%
positive about that. Man.
I'm 100% positive. The Big 12, look, no disrespect to the SEC. The Big 12 back then, Big 8, was loaded. When you're talking about Oklahoma, Colorado, Nebraska, they were running through them, not the SEC in the mid-90s. Let's not get it twisted. Come on now, 3 national championships in the 90s versus 2. Well, technically 3.
Auburn was a killer. Tennessee was a killer in the 90s. Tennessee was, listen, man.
Yeah, I give you that.
Them Jamal Lewis Tennessee teams, bro, they wasn't no jizzo, bro. I can remember when LSU was losing 3 games a season with what's that receiver them boys had, man? Them boy, I forget Eddie Kinson and all them boys.
Yeah. Now, didn't that?
I don't get caught up in the flash, man.
I don't know. Well, didn't Arkansas almost beat that Tennessee team?
I don't remember.
Somebody in the chat.
Arkansas back when they had what's them 2 running backs? Darren McFadden and other dude.
No, that's different. Now, when you talk about McFadden and Felix Jones, that's on a whole.
I go Auburn when they had James Bostic. Man, listen, that football back then, bro. See, listen, the normal fan get caught up in the passing and all the y'all. You talking about better football teams, bro? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You may just start. Hey, man, we may have 2 shows already lined up. Now I gotta have 90s SEC versus 2000s SEC.
Oh, it's 2000 easily. But what I'm getting at is
it's not even
close.
Now, quarterback wise, it's no question. I can't argue who would go. I'm gonna tell you, gonna run away with that quarterback position. That's Peyton Manning. So it's gonna be hard to just beat that.
90s Big 12 or Big 8. I guess it would be a merger, right? So the 90s, I would do that versus the SEC. That's the conversation to be had. Because one of those teams are in it.
But he's saying the case that those guys back then were more talented. I wouldn't necessarily say that.
No,
I don't know too many.
In the SEC,
bro, if you think about that Florida team and just 08 in particular, I don't know too many guys that are more talented than Percy Harvin.
But see, I ain't arguing that point. Let me not argue that point because you can go by the stars and say they got more. I'm saying that those teams in that day would beat the brakes off these teams today. It's just a different brand of football, man. It's like 7-on-7 versus. I don't believe personally. I don't believe you could put Bama 2025 against Bama 92 and Bama 2025. I don't think they score a point.
Man, what?
2022 Georgia defense. You're not going to sit there and tell me it's not built like the 90s.
It's maybe built like the 90s, but this is why I don't think they would win because for as good as you are on, this is why. Let me explain. For as good as you are on defense, if you played that 95 Florida team that's going to spread you out, at some point your offense going to have to score. Some point.
But
I don't believe their offense would have put up points against that Florida team like that. But I sure in the hell believe at some point them Gators would have scored on them.
The
with that type of offense that was going fast, spread you out.
Hang on.
I believe that, man. You got to have 4 legitimate DBs to play Steve Spurrier in that Florida team, and it was physical up front. It's the brand of football for me today with this ISO RPO. You don't even really got to play linebacker for real. You can put a safety in the box.
It's hybrid.
You can't tell the difference. You couldn't do that back then.
But you can expose a few guys back there. I think now we talking about the cornerback play. I don't think you really seen too much cornerback play back then as you seen in the 2000 and beyond because it's more passing now. But you definitely, when it comes to linebacker play, because you got the Takeo Spikes and those type of guys.
Yeah. I give you that.
It's different when it comes to that. Now I'm not gonna argue that because the running, they were definitely running. You had to be a man.
They don't even really teach down blocking. A lot of schools don't even teach that no more.
Alabama don't apparently.
When you see physical teams, man, listen to me, man. Anybody that played this game would tell you it don't matter how good you are. Like you can have your towels and your wristbands. Yeah. At some point, you got to buckle down, bite down that mouthpiece, and make a play. And if somebody is punking you the whole game, bro, you don't got to be flashy. You don't got to have first rounders. None of that.
Agree. The problem is nowadays you're more worried about what your ankle tape looks like versus just getting on the field and making a play.
Football in them days, brother, listen, please hear me out on this. Schematically, in them days, if you didn't have a legitimate front 7, you were going to lose the football game. Didn't matter who your QB was. If you did not have, that's why Georgia was so successful. Why Bama, everybody think Bama was successful because of the receivers and all that. Bama was successful because of the front 7 on the defensive side of the football.
No argument. Championship.
They were different. They could get you off the field. Off the field. Ain't no extending drives. You could have Trent Dilfer at quarterback. If you give him enough times to score, he gonna score. Bama's defensive in the front 7 was dominant, man. Like when you have a dominant front 7, you can do what you want to do. You don't have to be great on offense.
So what would be your case for 95 Nebraska over 2002 Georgia?
They didn't have no weakness.
If you don't
None. Georgia, to me, was great on defense and good on offense. I don't believe they would have beat that Nebraska team. And Coach I even said it, not with Stetson Bennett at quarterback. You got to score at some point.
That man won how many national championships?
Nebraska had 2 6'2" corners, bro. Both of them played in the league. Their front 7 was offense. It was great. Their defense was number 1. Their offense was number 1. They didn't give up a sack on. Their quarterback can beat you with his feet and throw for 2,000 or 3,000 yards. They did not have a weakness, and nobody played them close, bro. All season long, they played 7 top 25 teams and 4 top 10 teams in the last couple weeks of the game, and whipped their asses.
That
no close game.
I can't even argue. Make an argument. The argument is this. I think it's the wrong Georgia team up there. If you're going to compare 95 Nebraska, I think you have to put on 21 Georgia defense because they're more athletic on the 21 side versus 2022.
But
Yeah,
That
only
would be your only argument.
went
Even
with that
then,
because
I'm giving Nebraska. So
they gave them a better chance. Well, they still talent wise, I think they just a hair, probably like a couple of hairs more talent on the
depth on that 21.
Yeah,
was
if
crazy.
they went undefeated, I would have put that team up there. Then now I got Jordan Davis. Now I got Jordan Davis on that squad. What's my N'Kobe Dean on that squad?
Well,
I got a
to
lot
go
of
undefeated. Is that 2008 or 2009 Florida? I can't see.
That's 2008.
2008. Okay, I don't know why I thought that said 2009. I need my glasses on. Apparently.
Yeah, I would have put 2009 up there if they beat us again because they would have been undefeated. They was gonna win the national championship.
Bro, here's what I'm telling you. I don't believe Georgia had not the talent, but the offensive scheme to beat that Nebraska team. Georgia's a power running team. You helping Nebraska at that point in time. You're not going.
But Georgia's defense was so athletic, and I'm not saying they're going to beat them because I don't have an argument. I can't fight against it. I do think Nebraska would beat either one, 21 or 22. To be honest with you, if they had them, and I think I agree with you 100% on this. Actually, you kind of made the point. If it would have been a different scheme, if they would have had, because Georgia didn't have receivers, a true receiver.
I'm saying you had nobody challenge them deep. Georgia was physical up front. Listen to me, bro. That Nebraska team, it's not even about their talent. They had all them first rounders. That ain't even about that. The perfect example. At Vanderbilt is nowhere near as talented as Alabama. But you know why they beat Alabama? Guess why? It don't matter how good Jordan Davis is if you get him out of position.
Yeah.
It don't matter how good or fast N'Kobe Dean is if you got him going one way and the play going the other way, misdirection. How did Vanderbilt beat Alabama? This is what I was trying to say. This is what I said all season long. Schematic, man. That's what I like to talk. Scheme. Yes. That offense is one of the toughest. Bro, I promise you, we used to practice with no football. Coach Al will tell you this. That type of offense is the hardest to prepare for. And then you got a cat at running back, a quarterback to run a 4-3, and he got a cannon for arm. You got running backs over there that's going to be playing on Sunday. You got 4 or 5 offensive linemen that got drafted. Them boys was physical, man. Physical, hungry. I want you to listen to this, man. I want you to listen to this. They had 0 close games. The smallest margin of victory all season was 14 points when they played a good Washington State team that year who only lost 2 games, right? These dudes played 4 teams that finished the season, not started the season, finished the season in the top 10 and destroyed. How many teams y'all know can play team? Not the top 15, not the top 17, top 10 and whip all of them by 30 plus.
That's why I said me personally, I don't know how y'all feel. That first bracket, you're going Nebraska in any direction.
Bro,
as far as what Georgia you put on, I don't care what it is. I think it's Nebraska. That's just
I've never seen that 2000 Miami team they was talking about was so great, and they was. I don't take nothing from them. Them boys.
Hey, we'll get that.
No. I ain't gonna talk about them. I'm just saying. My point is that you got 17 tight ends, right? You can't play with 2 or 3 of them at once, right? So your talent over there ain't helping you, right? My point is when they played them, it wasn't even no close game, bro. In my lifetime, we argue about this. I don't like disrespecting LeBron because he the best of today. Great. Shout out to LeBron. But in my lifetime, my eyes have never seen nobody like Michael Jordan. Now, my uncle's going to tell you something different. They'll tell you Kareem, they'll tell you Dr. J, and I respect that because I didn't see them play, right? In my lifetime, Nebraska was the best football team I have ever seen in my lifetime. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Not the way them boys hit, the physicality, the scheme, the crowd, the quarterback, the receivers, the running back, that trickeration. Man, them dudes running flex bone, wishbone, triple option. You couldn't stop it. Pick your poison. Amon Green, whether it was him, whether it was Tony Wright, whether it was Lawrence Phillips, whoever, take your pick.
Lawrence Phillips.
I ain't never seen nothing like that before in my life.
And for everybody, you're trying to type the number in, just type one or 2. Don't type anything right after that so your vote can count. Just type 1 or 2 and then just say whatever after that.
He said whatever ever.
You typed in 1, Coach Shawn?
Who is 1?
Why'd you put 1? You just voted for Georgia.
I thought that was Nebraska.
I cannot believe you just voted.
You did all that argument for them and then They
I
gonna
can't even
move on.
see it, bro. Hold on, I got my screen little. Damn, they is too, ain't they? Hold up. Two. My bad. Far on my part. Flag on my bad.
they gonna get up there anyway, so it don't even matter. I was like,
Georgia, though. Georgia's awesome. They just happen to be in the bracket with them dudes, man. I can't. Look, Georgia's awesome, bro. But I ain't seen. That's the only football team, and I know it hurt Bishop to say it, but that's the only football team I've ever seen in the history of football that didn't have no weakness. Like, you can't say they special teams. They only gave up 12 punt return yards, only punted 5 times the whole season. I had to read that stat again myself, right? So you can't. They had no weakness, brother. And people forget the year before they won the championship and lost a bunch of people. They won in '94 too. Mm-hmm. So I've never seen no team like that before in my life. Never.
When did Colorado win it?
That Colorado team was
early, like 91.
Yeah. Nebraska played. They beat Colorado in '95. That was one of the teams. That's one of the ranked
that's right. They beat Colorado in '95.
Yeah,
right. That's right.
And that Colorado team was
stacked.
They was stacked, bro. Yeah, go ask Cordell Stewart about that Nebraska team.
You know, I was lucky enough to actually talk to him about that. So
yeah, them dudes was different, man. Just the straight up facts.
But yeah, man.
So we got Nebraska moving on. Looks like to this one.
Yeah. Nebraska gonna move on with this one. I know the current vote right now. I know it ain't that many right now, but like I told everybody, just type the numbers, either 1 or 2, and then if you want to write something after that, just enter that first and then type the mess so it can count. But we just gonna move on from Nebraska and them because they got that one for sure. So we're gonna move on to 2019 LSU and versus 2008 Florida Gators.
I want B Sharp to answer this one first.
Oh, you want me to answer this?
Yes.
We're gonna put up the poll first. Is the poll up?
Okay.
Oh no. I try to let folks make their case and then I'll put up the poll.
Oh, okay.
But defensive wise, easily, I'm giving it to the Florida Gators easily, because the one thing I know that can that would give LSU some type of problems is them cornerbacks. It's Janoris Jenkins.
Stop it. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Stop it. That's why I want to be.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
See, keep man, going. This is why. This is why. No. This is why some folks got to go back and watch some stuff. Don't go back and look at that squad, and just tell me who you see on that roster, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Tell me who are the receivers for 2019 LSU.
You got. Oh, don't worry. I would tell you. You got Jamar Chase and you got Justin Jefferson.
Oh, it goes beyond that. Keep going. Do you know beyond just those?
Terrence Marshall. You got Thaddeus Moss. I know who's on the squad.
You know who the tight ends were? Like, dude, are you
Thaddeus Moss?
Talk about the other side of the ball.
No, I get it. I get that. But if we can't be,
you act like you ain't got Will Hill over here. You ain't got Major Wright over here. You ain't got Janoris Jenkins over here. You ain't got Percy Harvin over here. Trust me, man. That's
Joe Burrow
was like that.
Joe Burrow how many yards?
For one, Janoris Jenkins and Percy Harvin are going to line up on those
Blazing
boys.
Gators. What I'm calling this. G to G.
Listen here. Those boys went against. Hold on. Those boys went against some of the greatest talent during that time, which is a la Julio Jones, a la AJ Green, a la Alshon Jeffers, a la so many guys. You better go look at that time with those guys. Talent-wise, it ain't nobody comparing it. And you talking about these boys ain't gonna play one-on-one? Those boys are, man. If I ever get the opportunity to just talk to Joe Hayden in life, that's gonna be the first thing I ask. You and them boys at that time, you think I think Charlie Strong was the defensive coordinator. You think Charlie Strong not gonna let them boys go one-on-one with them boys? And they went one-on-one.
Don't talk Charlie Strong to me, because when he became a head, nope, we're not gonna have that conversation.
You talking about head coach? You know how many guys I know? What he done as a defensive coordinator? I know.
Don't talk to me about coordinators or assistants. You know why? Because it doesn't mean anything. Because they don't get the blame and they don't get the glory when they win.
Oh yes, they do. I know everybody in Alabama
Tell
talk
me,
very. I know
when a
everybody
head
in
coach
Alabama
gets
talk
fired,
highly
tell me
about
how
Kirby
many
Smart.
assistants. When a head coach gets fired, tell me how many assistants are the first name on the page, on the front page. None.
It doesn't
None
matter.
of them.
But do coaching matter?
I'm not saying coaching doesn't matter.
Okay, then.
I'm not saying that.
There we go. So they matter. So they matter.
That's like being a bench player with 12 rings.
Okay, so when the season starts, I don't want to hear you complain about none of the Alabama coaches.
What do you mean?
You can't complain. They just.
I always blame DeBoer first because he's at the top of the mountain. He hires him, he fires him.
Yeah,
he's at the top. So that gives
somebody
me
got to coach him.
right.
He can't coach everybody at one time. You can't coach everybody at one time. You with your position coaches more than you with anybody else.
Man,
and you telling me that the defensive coordinator, bro, you know how highly they talk about Kirby Smart in Alabama?
Of course.
And right underneath, and you know who's right underneath him.
Well, what is always being said? Who taught him? Who's his daddy?
Well, you have to learn from somebody.
1-7. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing.
You have to learn from somebody. And guess what he's doing at Georgia? He's doing a hell of a damn good job.
With Charles Kelly, you go down the road where I'm at Jack State. They got the fourth quarter program there. It's ran exactly like Alabama, just like Nick Saban did it, because all those guys were together to get together. Yeah, sorry, but you get my point. But either way,
matter of fact,
I'm not arguing if coordinators matter. By the way, I don't know where that got.
Oh no. I'm just saying what he would have done. He would have had them boys going one-on-one with those boys. I'm not saying it's gonna be a battle. You saying it's just gonna. So I'm gonna ask you this: do you think those boys gonna have a problem with each other? It's gonna be iron versus iron.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying one's gonna.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Hell no. All these matchups are great matchups. All of them had their greats. You know what I mean? Like now, look, there's some that are different. Like 95, Nebraska was different for a multitude of reasons, and I didn't know how different until Coach Shawn, put me on a while back talking about 95, and then I did my dig, and I'm like, oh shit, these dudes didn't even have a close game. It's a little different, so I get that. But for the most part, these matchups are going to be tight. They're going to be hand in hand. There's a reason why they're on this list. They're great teams. They're elite teams. Sorry.
So I'm gonna give you my spiel on this team, and I got no dog in the fight. But these are two great ass teams. This game would be crazy to see, man.
It would be.
Right? But I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this. For all the love that 2019 LSU team get, and rightfully so, the way they beat Oklahoma, what they did throughout the season, 60-something touchdown pass. I think people sometimes forget, yes, their offense could be looked at as the best offense ever. Right?
It is. What Joe Brady had them doing is spacing concept. Look, that's what put me on to learning some of this stuff. Was his concepts were crazy.
I mean, if that's what your best is, I respect it, But what I can tell you is this: my best is nobody can even challenge you. Like, you're the best when you whip everybody's out. I watched Joe Burrow struggle against Ole Miss.
I'm not comparing this to 95. Are you comparing this to 95 Nebraska?
I mean, I'm just saying, when you said the best offense ever, I don't think they're the best offense ever. I think they're one of them.
Okay, I'll say top 2 or 3. They have to be.
I can show you a Gippy tour.
I don't know how they not top the best offense ever.
Like
I don't. If you're going by stats, okay. I mean, but that ain't what I go by, stats, because I can show you some of them Texas Tech offenses that put up all these ridiculous points. You know what I mean?
But
ridiculous
you got to show them against that competition, though.
Yeah.
No, you said the best offense ever. If you're going by best, numbers got to matter, right? But for me, it don't. For me, is how you dominated your opponent. To me,
it's not everything, but it definitely has to matter.
Okay, so here's what I'll tell you. That 2019 LSU team, for as great as their offense was, guess what gave them problems? Their defense was ranked 9th total in the SEC. That ain't very good. Also, guess who scored damn near 40 points on them? John Rice Plumlee from Ole Miss. You know why? Because he run around. They couldn't hardly stop the teams who quarterback ran. Guess who else almost beat them? Texas. You know why? Sam Ehlinger running all over their ass. You know what I'm saying? Guess who else almost beat them? Gimpy as hell. Tua Tagovailoa. You know what I'm saying?
But that was a hell of a squad, though. Don't take nothing away from that.
I'm not. You're 1,000% correct. My point is, this team, you know, while great, guess who else almost beat them? Auburn. You know why? Bo Nix running all over their ass. Tim Tebow would eat against this team. He would eat against this team.
Florida had their struggles in 08.
I mean, I don't remember their defense being mid of the pack. I ain't even looked at it, but I would challenge you that defense was probably ranked in top 3.
They were definitely better than LSU by far. I will not ever question that because that's not even close in my opinion. But when you're talking, when I look at offensive efficiency, I mean, I don't know. I've already too much time.
That Florida defense struggled against our 2009 offense, which is not considered any of Nick Saban's best offenses.
No, but that was a championship game. I watched LSU struggle throughout the season.
But we had a great defense.
No, go ahead.
No. We had a great defense that year too, but them boys struggled that year. But I mean just that game. But the whole year they was lights out. They were definitely.
I watched Joe Burrow go down to Auburn, if I remember where they went to, however it went, and Bo Nix looked like Superman. I watched Sam Ehlinger look like Superman. They couldn't stop him. And then would put the ice on top of the cake. I watched somebody named John Rice Plumlee. He could run, and Matt Corral come in. You know what I'm saying? I watched him look like O.J. Simpson. No, not like O.J. Simpson. That's terrible.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Juice. The juice is loose.
I watch him. Do you not think Tim Tebow would do the same thing?
Bro.
Now, to your point, John, with all the talent that Florida team had, right? LSU was just that damn good on offense. To your point too, Brinsky. They was just that good on offense. They're probably going to score some points against anybody. Yep. But when you talking about the best team of all time, you got to split hairs. That's the only way you're gonna make a decision.
I agree.
They weren't very good on defense. That's were not. But it gets covered up because their offense. Look at some of these scores: 45-38, 42-28, 46-41, 58-37, 56-2. People were scoring on this team, man. And it's just they were scoring 50 plus. That's why they won.
Let's keep this in mind too. It's not like you didn't know what LSU was going to do because they knew already lining up what Joe. It's not some magical thing, right? That's where a lot of people get it twisted too. Is they think they had this powerhouse running game to go with Joe Burrow, and I'm like, no, go look at how these games ended up. It always ended up on Joe's arm, like you said. They were ended up in these, 50-45 matchups. And that's, to me, what I think made Joe Burrow in college, not NFL, so great was that his back was against the wall a lot of times. What he did to beat Alabama, that was a back against the wall like type moment. Like he did a lot through that season to carry that team. Now, granted, when I mean carry the team because there's only one quarterback, there's 3 first round receivers lining up with him. So, I mean, it's crazy when you look at it from that standpoint, but I'm trying to read the comments as they're coming in too, but my Lord. But
I just believe when you comparing these championship teams, not to regular teams, but against each other, you got to point out the weaknesses and the strengths. And that LSU team, for as good as they was on offense, was not very good on defense. They weren't. And I believe when they play another team who like me personally, I believe if Tua hadn't been so gimpy, putting our defense in a bad situation, I believe Alabama would have won that football game.
Oh,
it was a point, 46-41. That cat out there hobbling around. I mean, I honestly believe if you give me a healthy Tua that could run the full, we may have had a chance in that game. Joe Burrow said that was the toughest game he ever played in. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I just know
the game ever played.
Yeah, I
with talent on the field, it ain't.
I think LSU was great, right? But I personally think it's other teams on this list that would beat that team. I just do.
I would tell you right now, in G baby, and he said G baby. I mean, I said G baby. G Bama boy trying to make
boy.
I don't know why I'm thinking of Hardball. If y'all ever seen the movie, shout out to G Baby, rest in peace. But G Bama boy, I'm telling you right now, you talking about what Clemson would have did. That 2018 team was pretty much the same team that came back the next year, and they got their ass beat in the national championship game. The one thing you keep mentioning about this LSU team, but you ain't mentioning the last 3 games that they played.
Okay.
Which was the SEC championship game, the playoff game, and the national championship game, which they single-handedly just beat the hell out of all these boys.
That's cool. I mean, I can't take none from them.
When it mattered.
Are we on to Clemson? What are we doing here?
But your defense, they won. You got to give them a credit. But your defense struggled throughout the season. When you got to stop me. You got to score. Like teams were scoring 40 and 37 points against this team. That has got to matter when you play a team that's can equal you on both sides of the ball and in special team and in coaching.
2019, it did not happen. They beat everybody because they could outscore them.
That's a fact.
It's almost unfair because we know, in my opinion, obviously, I hate to say this, but it's a softer league, right? NFL and college. Rules matter. Back then, you could touch the quarterback. It's like kind of like my argument with Joe Montana and Tom Brady. Joe Montana was murdered.
You better go look at Tom Brady early days.
No. Look, don't even get me started on this crap, okay? But because that's a whole different conversation. I'm not saying Joe Montana is better, but I can make the argument. It's there. Is all I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the argument ain't there. You want to know why the argument ain't there? And this is for you, Piano Man, and I hope you're out there, and I hope you hear this. The reason why it ain't no argument, when you know how argument end with all this, when the man that y'all trying to argue about,
don't give me a Rings argument because that's Robert
the man that y'all arguing about it, Joe Montana says that man, Tom Brady, is the GOAT. Why are you even making a case for it when the man you trying to argue about saying it himself?
You telling me nobody's ever been humble before?
No, be humble. Be humble. He said,
when you pay respect to somebody, I'm not gonna come on let's say I have a podcast that's directly like B Sharp 2.0. I'm not gonna come on here and be like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, my podcast is better, blah blah. No,
man, stop it, man. No, that ain't paying. That wasn't paying. Oh, the poll out there too, everybody. So
I didn't see that.
Go ahead and get your vote in too.
It's not a vote. We already know what the vote should be.
Him saying, no, it's just the truth. The truth is the truth, bro. It's like, bro, Tom Brady has proven over time with different people. Joe Montana has the case. But guess what? They weren't even saying Joe Montana was the GOAT. They were saying the man that he was throwing to for his last 2 Super Bowls is the GOAT. His last 2.
It's a different video. We got 3 videos coming out.
Oh man, we gonna.
Let me just give my pick because I know that's a good debate for y'all. I don't even really know, to be honest with y'all, but I'll end mine with this, bro. Bro, the schematic gotta matter. I watched a talentless Vanderbilt team, run around. That Vanderbilt team was terrible. Do I need to tell you that record?
No, I know that, but you're not.
They scored damn near 40 on them dudes. Do you know what man, bro? They scored. They beat them 66-38.
I tried. I can't
stop it.
Yes,
bro.
I know. I tried.
It's gotta matter, bro. Do you not think, bro? They couldn't even stop a downhill power run game from Vanderbilt, bro.
I know.
They had to score all these points. So I don't put them as high as y'all do. But so I say Florida will beat them. That's what I'm gonna say.
G Bama boy, you can say that. Hey, go ahead. We'll just say
that. True. All 3 of those were.
We'll go with that.
But
get what?
Amazing.
Ask those guys on his team what they wanted. If it was all because of defense,
nobody asked people.
They get it done with the guy, but ahead of him, Drew Bledsoe. That's all the thing I'm saying.
Listen to this guy.
Hey, B. Shawn, John,
Brinsky.
Y'all might be on to something. This seems like it's a good debate. I didn't know people that interested in that. You and Piano Man the start or something. People chiming in about that.
No, they did. It's just the old guard don't want to admit the truth. Like, bro,
hang on, I'm middle of the road. Don't be calling me old.
I don't know
where you live at.
What I would go with legend after legend after legend. You can argue, y'all can say Joe Montana from the top of your voice. I would start with Joe Montana because he said I can go with Deion Sanders, Rod Woodson.
Are you closed-minded?
How many goats you want me to go through? Whatever goat you want to name, they have said this, man. I heard it come out their mouth. So this ain't nothing this ain't my opinion. You can literally type this in on YouTube and say, did this man say this? And you will see a video of them saying it.
So let me ask you something, B-Sharp. John. When you say best, John, when you say best, B-Sharp, when you say best, are you talking about who? Answer this for me. That way I'll know what side of the fence to be on. When you say Tom Brady's better, are you saying Tom Brady's better because he got more rings? Are you saying Tom Brady's better because he can analyze the defense better? Are you saying he's a better talented quarterback because he ran a run and shoot for 5 wide in play action, and Joe Montana, ran split backfield? What's your criteria of best when you say he's better than him? I'm just asking so I can know. Because he got more. Is it a ring thing?
What's your Brinsky's probably a ring. He looks like a ring guy. So his is probably
if I was a ring guy, no, trust me, man. I go by accolades, I go by skill set, everything that you can possibly do.
Skill set. Go. Did you see Joe Montana run? Have you seen Tom Brady run? Like a little what are those things called? Those alpacas running around?
Guess what? I seen a guy throw better than Tom Brady as in Aaron Rodgers. I seen a guy more accurate than Tom Brady. You can have all these guys above him, and guess what? It's always going to be somebody above him, but he has all these traits that these guys have. It may be somebody that throw a ball. Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the best pure passers I have ever seen throw the football in my life.
You're probably, I can't argue that because I'm not a quarterbacks coach. I don't have enough experience in that. But if I had to guess, yes, because I've heard that so many times that pure passing wise, I've heard Aaron Rodgers be in that conversation over and over.
You can go with him, you can go with Dan Marino. But I know I'd never really seen Dan Marino because I was young. But I know I've seen Aaron Rodgers. And
so is Aaron Rodgers the GOAT?
No.
I'm confused on what you're arguing.
No, you can be. Guess what? It can be somebody more talented than you.
Yeah, that was my AJ McCarron right
I get what you're better than you saying. So it's a mixture of everything. So that's why. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was
video. But it's not just about rings, because I know, man. Trent, like I said, Trent Dilfer has a ring. Doesn't mean he's better than Dan Marino.
Trent Dilfer's booty. Right. But anyways.
Look, I use my Bryce Young, AJ McCarron.
Nope, you can't use that because Bryce is better than him. And his teams were better. AJ teams were better.
Listen.
Wait, you're saying no to that? You're saying Bryce?
To me? No. I'm not saying he's more talented than Bryce. What I said is, I think Tom Brady's the GOAT because winning has got to matter. If it don't matter, then if winning don't matter, what are we playing for? Right?
So is Bill Russell the GOAT?
No, hold on. Everything. Bill Russell never was the best on his own team. So you got to be you can't just say I was on the team and won 11 rings, so I'm the GOAT. No, you got to be the best
player. He was.
You think he's the best on them Celtic teams?
He was the best. But he wasn't the best player in the league. He just he had a deep team. You got Bob, you got Sam Jones and them boys on there. Yeah, you got the best coach in the league. You got the best organization. But
what I say is
easily the best player.
Brady has got to be considered the best because he won all the Super Bowl. Winning's got to matter when you the top dog, right?
Yeah,
can't be the second or the third player and you just own the team and win and be like, I'm the GOAT. No, but as far as talent, I think John Elway was a more talented quarterback than him. You know what I mean? John Elway's arm was better. John Elway was just a better quarterback than him. To me, when I watch what I watch, you know what I'm saying? I can't put Dan Marino up there because Dan Marino was what's the old Atlanta Falcons quarterback that just retired years ago?
Matt Ryan.
He was Matt Ryan 2.0. He could sling that thing, but he couldn't run nowhere with them big knee braces.
And look, Matt Ryan had let's be real for a minute though. Matt Ryan,
Ain't nobody
he had a pretty good offense,
in the store.
but defensive wise,
I think John. I even heard if you go back to when Brady was with Kevin Hart, he even said, I think John Elway was, John Elway was talented, bro. Talented.
Talent,
right?
That's what I said.
But B Sharp is right. Winning has got to matter, right? That's why I say, as talented as Bryce was, love Bryce, the most talented quarterback to play at Alabama. I will never, until the sun burn out, put him over AJ McCarron.
But see, that's the thing. It ain't just because he won. It wasn't like if you ask yourself, could we still win those national championships without AJ? The answer is yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, we could.
I don't think so.
Hang on. So what about Jake Coker?
And that's no disrespect to AJ, because I love AJ. But I believe Jake Coker. If y'all want to say Tom Brady won those first 3 rings with defense, you better go look. Y'all we would not. If AJ was that great, he would at least scored 1 touchdown in that 2011 season against LSU.
Game of the century, 9-6.
I don't think so. I think AJ made that whole team go.
Bright. This is how Bryce good. Bryce is so good. He covered up all our weaknesses for the 2 years that he started. I believe if you put any other quarterback during that time, we probably lose 4 games under Nick Saban.
But see, that's hard to say or to know. All I can tell you is this: the dude I'm supporting was under center. Don't care about what scheme they run. Don't care about who the coach was. Don't care about who the competition was, and he won 3 of them things. 2 of them as a starter, 1 on the sideline. That's all I know. I watched Bryce out there. I watched him, with y'all. I watched him, and he was great, right? But you didn't win nothing.
He has a national championship ring, just like AJ has.
Yeah, he got one with Mac Jones being the starter.
Yeah, and guess what? AJ. So we got to take one. And guess what? He got a Heisman. He got a Heisman. He's the only Heisman Trophy winning quarterback at the University of Alabama. The only one.
I will never put a dude that did not win over one.
But he won. He gonna always, guess what? When you look at the 2020 national championship team, it's gonna say Bryce Young right there, no matter how you want.
It will. But AJ won 3 national championships.
But it wasn't because of him.
It didn't matter. He was the quarterback at Alabama, and he's a champion. You can't you can't say, well, if this happened, if it rained tomorrow.
Jake Coker over Bryce Young.
Say what?
So you're gonna put Jake Coker over Bryce Young?
No, Jake Coker's not as talented. No.
You're gonna put Jake Coker because he won a ring. He was a starter.
No, bro. Winning a ring and winning multiple rings is totally different.
But it wasn't totally. But
one ring here, one ring.
Coker
AJ McCarron stayed at Bama 4 years. 3 of the 4, he got rings on his fingers. And as 2 of them as the starter of the Crimson Tide. But to me, that matters. I don't care about what if you done this and what if you done. No, you didn't do nothing.
You can't say that because you're talking about a gimpy Tua versus LSU.
I never said Tua was the game.
The one thing that you failed to mention one time, I was hoping that you was going to do it. The one thing that matter of fact, Florida moving on, I'm very surprised by y'all. Get y'all votes in because I believe this is Bama fandom right now. But I'm going to give y'all another minute and then we're going to move on. But the one thing that you won't mention with AJ, like I said, I love AJ and I hope you don't say no offense to this. The one thing that you won't mention about that, those 2 years that he won back to back, those are historically great defenses.
Okay, let me bust y'all bubble. I would argue that Bryce Young had more talent than AJ did.
Oh, no.
I would argue that Bryce Young totally on them teams had more talented than AJ did.
No.
Sure will.
Come on.
Sure will. Do we need to go down the list? Look, we can go down the list. Outside of Julio Jones and 2 linebackers and Dante and Rolando, and I think did AJ start? No, that might have been Greg McElroy.
Who had the better O-line?
First string was McElroy.
That's O-line. Who had the better secondary?
No. I'm about to go down.
Who had the better? We can do this now. We can do this.
Who had the better O-line?
D. Milliner had the
better.
It's considered one of the greatest cornerbacks in Alabama for that season. Was on AJ.
That's what
Kool-Aid McKinstry, Terrion Arnold, Pat Surtain. Do we Trayvon Diggs? We can keep going if y'all want to.
Pat was gone when Bryce became the starter. He
Okay,
left after
take Pat
2020.
off. We still get. Hey, what's my man?
D Miller is more talented. If you all them corners that you just said, he had a better career at Alabama than those guys.
At Alabama ever.
At Alabama,
bro. We can go talent for talent. Let's go from tight end all the way through the offense.
Another video.
Let's see.
Video.
Let's see how many first rounders Bryce Young played.
Video. See, y'all are making content for us.
No. Yeah. Oh, yes, they are. They do make good
because
with us.
we this man lost his mind, and he know it. And hold on, before we go any further, I know Kim became became a member. She renewed becoming a member again, and also she said her birthday is coming up on June the 9th. So we're gonna definitely wish her a happy birthday on June the 9th. And if anybody having any birthdays, which I need to start doing anyway, if you have any birthdays through any month, please let me know in advance so we can make sure we give y'all a shout out for your birthdays. And if it ain't the day we go live, I can still shout you out when we do go live, when it's close to it. So when it get close to the 9th, we're going to definitely shout out her on her birthday. So definitely appreciate you, Kim, and always being a lawyer.
Oh, we 50-50 right now.
What's that?
Okay, somebody got to break it.
Ooh.
Somebody got to break it. It's y'all. We got folks in here. Folks just ain't voting. Vote either one or two for Florida.
So 1 for LSU, 2 for Florida. Please put the votes in, and y'all know which one's the right vote. We already know that. Stop it. Coach Shawn be trying to see. You see what he's doing. He already voted.
I'm a schematic dude. I don't think that defense 19
it only
would
gonna
win
count
against
one
that
time.
team. I saw y'all almost lose against a horrible, not horrible, but a gimpy Bama. I think Florida would beat them dudes, bro. I just do. That Florida, I just don't think they beat Florida. I don't.
I'm just letting y'all know now, it only gonna count one time if y'all try to.
The score might be 71-70. You know what I'm saying?
Who was Alabama's quarterback 2008 when Florida almost lost?
Do what now? In 2000, what year?
2008, when Florida almost lost to Alabama. Who was Alabama's quarterback?
2008. That had to be
chat. Who was it?
2008.
Greg McElroy.
Was that Greg?
That was Greg.
Okay. Who was Auburn's quarterback when they almost spanked LSU's ass? Somebody named Bo Nix, who was terrible at Auburn.
In the NFL.
Okay. Where's John Rice Plumlee? Somebody named John Rice.
Oh my
Plumlee.
God.
Where's he at?
And guess
Where's Sam Ellinger at? We can do this all day.
Since you want to go to, hold on. What year? The last two teams that LSU played right now is a Super Bowl champion and a new $200 and some odd $1 million man. That's Jalen Hurts and Trevor Lawrence.
What does any of that mean? What does any of that mean?
I don't know. It just sounds good.
That's just about like y'all talking about some 2008 got more talent. Jameer Gibbs, Jameson Williams, man, Ja'Cory Brooks was even on that team. John Metchie was on that team.
Did y'all check that out real quick?
Stop it.
This is my point.
Stop it.
That man had Amari Cooper.
Look over.
Jameson Williams.
It was John.
We can do this all day.
John Parker Wilson almost beat that team.
J-Mo.
Who?
You taking Cooper, J-Mo?
It's a hand. You can't go shit. To me, flip a coin. Flip a coin, bro.
Hey man, you know who the big three is. It's Julio, it's Smitty, and it's Coop. J-Mo is right there. J-Mo is right there. Ain't nobody right there.
I could argue. I could make you an argument that Jameson Williams was better than Jalen Waddle. Sure could.
I can make
over the course of the season.
I can make that case. I'll make that case with you.
Look, that man had Jameer Gibbs at running back, John Metchie, Jameson Williams. At one point in time, had Kobe Prentice and Ja'Cory Brooks and Cam Latu and who else on that damn team? We can do this all day. AJ McCarron got 3 of them things on his fingers, bro.
Yep, because of the defense.
Okay.
And don't let me talk about the running backs because we ain't even got to go.
So 2008, who Florida almost lost.
Running backs ain't even no. It ain't even close to running backs when you got Trent Richardson, Eddie Lacy, TJ Yeldon.
I don't think AJ started that year, did he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he
okay.
did.
Okay.
That's why I said the running backs ain't even no close. I love
secondary.
B-Rob.
Let's go secondary.
I love B-Rob. I love Jamil. Them boys ain't starting over them boys.
You think Javier Arena starting over Kool-Aid or Terrion at corner? Absolutely not. No, stop it. Stop it.
Yes, he
No,
is.
no. Love Javier. Love him. But he was a better punt returner than
And
he was corner.
everybody, and I
You
hope
think
any
Cyrus Jones
any of
is
these
gonna
Alabama
hey,
gonna
players,
start?
any of these
Stop it.
Alabama players
He's
see
pretty
this.
good.
I love Cyrus.
I don't want none of them to take offense to this because we
Yeah.
love all of you guys.
Love
I
all
want
of
to
you.
make sure that is out there.
Love
We
all
love
of you.
you guys.
Yes, love you.
But
Love him to death.
But let's be real. John
Trayvon
Parker
Diggs.
Wilson was the Alabama quarterback who almost beat 2008 Florida. So the chat, that's why I said look over in the chat. It
Vanderbilt
wasn't Greg
scored almost
McElroy,
40.
it was John Parker Wilson and his long bangs who almost.
Vanderbilt
Man, we
scored
gotta
almost
move
40.
on.
Bro.
We gotta move on. Y'all already know. 2001 Miami, 2020 Alabama.
Why are we talking about this?
That's tough.
Why are we talking about this? You already know the answer.
I-
Mine's gonna be
know
very
the
short.
answer.
2001 Miami into the
I
start.
know the answer. Clearly, we ain't gonna finish this tonight. Because I want to talk about something else. Because it's gonna be a part 3 to this, clearly. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. I still ain't said what I need to say about this team.
Booty cheat defense.
But the only thing I'm
Alabama.
gonna tell you right now, I love 2020, one of my favorite teams. 2015 got a special place in.
One of your favorite teams for
It's
offense,
one of my favorite teams because of
Booty
the team,
defense.
because of the players that's on there. I
Man.
love the guys that's on there. 2015 holds a special place. 09 has a very, very special place because that's freshman year of college. But that 01 team, man, is many, many legends. Many, many legends. Some of the greatest players you have ever seen play this game. And a lot of them played at Miami and didn't play at Miami. And a lot of them played in the NFL. It's no question, it's no doubt. They have all said these. The 2001 Miami team is the greatest team ever assembled.
Well, Chris Camp said 2020 Bama would smoke them.
Who said
that? That's just fandom talking right there. That's just fandom. And you know it's fandom.
I'm a hardcore Alabama fan, but I ain't that hardcore.
I'm gonna tell you right now, them boys, all they gotta do is run the ball on us. They don't even have to pass.
Stop a nosebleed.
That ain't our best defense, y'all. I want y'all to understand that. He said, "Can I borrow this concept, B? Man, come on, man. Hey, man, do whatever you want to do, man. I ain't one of those guys, man. Oh, you stole my idea. I don't care, bro. It's the internet, man. We all here take a little bit from everybody, and I shout out to people that do it, man. It ain't no big deal. Do your thing.
So
but
for me, my bad.
No. Go ahead.
You know, I'm a schematic dude, bro. I don't care about who on the roster because I know that I've seen too many teams lose that shouldn't have lost. They got the better roster. So I looked up this stuff when we did our first show, and I forgot my notes. But I remember, and y'all fact check me on this because I might be wrong. If I remember, I think Boston College almost beat that team. I think it was it was Virginia Tech almost beat that team. And that was like toward the end of the season. I think it was like 27-24 or 25-24 or some shit like that. So they weren't invincible, bro.
I'm not saying that.
You know what?
So I'm definitely not saying, I'm not comparing them to even Nebraska.
Look up a mediocre Boston, and you know.
Remember what you said about defense matters? Remember about that? You got to look at both sides.
Yeah.
So.
And I remember defense. Virginia Tech was running over their ass. I googled it to watch it on YouTube.
Bro, you saw Alabama's defense, right?
You got to take both things. Here's the deal: Alabama's defense that year was mid. I don't know where they were ranked, but we weren't the best in the SEC. We had a great offense. We was very reminiscent of the LSU team. Yes. That Alabama team and that LSU team, to me, are very, very similar.
Very.
Offenses were ranked number 1 in every category. Najee, Devontae Smith going crazy. But what was their Achilles heel? They would give up some on the defensive side of the football. You know what I mean? Now, I think the 2020 team accomplished something that nobody else did. They went a full SEC schedule and won it and taking nothing from them. But I don't know if they would have beat that Miami team because I think Mac would have been in a position where he got to score a bunch of points. I don't know if that defense would have continuously stopped that Miami team. I think it would have been a close game. I don't think they would have blown. I think Magnum and Devontae Smith would have scored on anybody.
I
Man,
agree.
they proved with some of the best corners in the country that you could play man. I don't care who you got on your roster. I don't care who you got over there. You line up in man one-on-one. I take Vontae against any corner, right? But I don't think Alabama would have continuously stopped them, man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I think that Miami team would have probably had a few more first down drives, and I think they would have beat us. I just do. That's just me.
I think Miami for sure had the running game and the running backs to definitely take the clock away from Bama enough to be able to control that.
Exactly.
I'm not saying
that's important. What you just said is important.
So I think it'd be an extremely close game, but I think it would come down to attrition on Miami's running game.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so. That's taking nothing away from Bama, but I think you again, man, you got to take your fan glasses off and you got to look at it schematically. When teams are great like this, you got to be schematic with it, right? And one thing about football, man, history will teach you in this game. Yep. History will teach you, right? History will teach you, bro. You know, look at what offense throughout the history of this game has been the toughest to stop in any era that you want to play. Any era, you know. So
I'm telling you, if anybody, y'all got to take them. If anybody, somebody gonna do it anyway. But be for real, man. I love Alabama. I love them to death. They not beating them boys.
Look at that.
And if you throw it anywhere, and I'll say this, I don't care if Smitty over there. I will say it again. I don't care if Smitty over there. If he's anywhere near Ed Reed and the football is between him and Edward Reed, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you say Smitty coming down with that football, you're lying.
So you think Ed Reed playing on the hash and man coverage could have covered Devontae Smith in college?
I didn't say cover.
Yeah.
He's not a corner. He's a safety.
That's a fact.
I just said if he just back there and the ball is right there and it's a 50-50 ball between him and Smitty, I'm not taking Smitty over Ed Reed in nothing. Ed Reed, y'all better go look at Ed Reed.
I agree with Bama wouldn't win that game, but I don't think they would have stopped Devontae. I just
especially if he's anywhere near the vicinity where that football at. If it got to be him and Devontae going at that ball, if Devontae can catch the ball, I like Devontae's chance.
Yeah,
but all Ed need is you to make that mistake and let him be close.
Yeah, I don't think offense would have been Alabama's problem. I think Alabama would give them all the problems they wanted.
Oh yeah.
Especially because remember that Miami team played a lot of single high. That was their thing. And I think if you played that Bama team in single high, Bama gonna eat. I don't care who you got over there. They're gonna eat on you, bro. Yeah. They're gonna eat on you. You're not gonna be able to line up with Devontae and let Mac just be back there throwing that rascal. Well, I think Bama would have struggled is stopping that team.
Yeah. Now, Miami did have Vince Wilfork and those dudes on the line, so it's not like they're gonna line up and run against Miami either.
You got DJ Williams on the line. You got John. I'm not worried about nobody running over them boys.
It was a 4-3 team. Yeah, you not gonna stop Alabama that year with that style of defense. You just
you are right. That's why Saban adapted. That's why Saban adapted over the years.
That means you're gonna have to have somebody cover that ain't used to covering, and that's gonna open up some holes for Mac. Again, the flip side of it is you got to stop them, and I think that's where the problem come in at. I think that Miami team was just, I think they was too loaded on that side of the ball. It would have gave Alabama some problems. I do.
I know Pat Surtain and Andre Johnson going at each other. That's the matchup of the game.
Pat Surtain was the truth, bro.
Yeah.
He was.
Andre was true too. But when it comes to them running backs, it's just like who you gonna put in there. As good as Clinton was, that's why I said I really want to put 2022. They were supposed to be the greatest team ever because they would have been the most loaded. But these refs cheated. Yeah, that's why they were supposed to be. I'm sorry, man. I still can't get over that.
And I agree with you, man.
But Willis McGahee had probably one of the most prolific seasons ever at that running back position.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Quentin Portis, they had so much talent.
That is unreal, man. Like, just my God. Like, you going in there. Still, my favorite is forever my favorite player. Well, Ed Reed is up there with him, but Sean Taylor is sitting on the bench. And he just out of seniority, like, oh, he can play.
Yeah.
It
Mm-hmm.
just seniority. I wish they would have let him play on the other side of Ed Reed. I think that would have been even more special. But hey, we about to get the vote in because I know we ain't gonna get this one in because we talking about football, we talking about NFL, we talking about different Bama teams. Now we arguing quarterbacks. y'all just don't understand what y'all started.
Don't be saying us.
Piano Man, what up, bro?
Piano Man in
2001 Miami.
Tom Brady, GOAT, 7 of them, shining on you, boy. You heard me. Tom Brady, Tom Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
I got your back, Piano Man. I got your back. Don't worry.
It don't matter. And don't say no Pat Mahomes over here because he beat him twice in the playoff. Once in the AFC Championship game and once in the Super Bowl. Come on, Steven. Be for real. Be for real.
What's Steven say?
I guess.
You gonna put Alabama. Y'all come on now. Y'all know what's real. This shouldn't even been no question, man.
If Jeremy Jeremy is roll tide as he get, even Jeremy said one.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. That's tough. Shout out to Jeremy, man.
You got to be honest with this, man.
You got to better go to sleep at night.
I respect it, Steven. I respect it.
I ain't letting him go. Look at him, man.
Exactly. I agree, Piano Man.
I agree, man. Get out of here.
Wearing those high waters during his roast with those boots.
And
man, don't get me started.
Man, I forgot who your team is, John.
I don't have a favorite NFL team, so you can't roast me on that one.
Oh, okay. But I know he whooping the Pittsburgh Steelers asses.
Sure did. The truth is in the details.
Damn, man. I wasn't even trying to take a shot at you, Coach Sean. I forgot that
was what's the truth can never be taken back.
I guess I gotta pick a team.
Truth can never be taken the wrong way, bro.
I'm with you with the trees, but don't hate on Tom Brady. Hey, man, 28-3. If it's any game in my life, I'm glad I watched from beginning to end was that game because I couldn't believe my own eyes what I have seen. And I was like, that was the argument right there. Like the argument ended.
Stop throwing to Julio, and that's what happens. You're right.
Huh?
Stop throwing to Julio, and that's what happens. You're absolutely right.
2 different positions.
Stop throwing to Julio, and that's exactly what happens. You are absolutely correct.
But they only threw to Julio 4 times.
That's point.
I can never get over, bro. You literally.
Why would you stop?
4 times the entire game. He caught all 4, by the way. 4 times.
So scheme matters, right? Coach Shawn says it. Scheme matters. What you do matters. Coaching matters.
Man, ain't no way. After he caught the pass, that crazy catch, his last catch, I thought it was over right there. Bro, all they had to do was run the ball. But go back and watch what they did. All they had to do was run the ball, let them use timeout. Either you get a first down, they keep running the clock, or you got one of the best kickers in the NFL, kick a field goal, you go home, you the champ.
Yeah.
But they ruined it, and I love
it. Oh man.
Yeah.
Man.
You sure about that, Piano Man? Sure about that?
Percentage-wise, I think percentage-wise.
Y'all need to do some content on that. That sounds like it's a big topic.
He's undefeated. Of course he's gonna have percentage.
Exactly.
Piano Man.
Like
you need to get a show together.
Guess what? Steve Kerr has a better percentage than Steph Curry. Is he a better shooter than Steph Curry? Hell no.
And talk about this online. This is great content. That was great.
This man lost his mind. Man, I told this man I was gonna come up there to his show just for 5 minutes. I stayed up there for an hour arguing with this man. Arguing with all of them.
That's good content,
Yeah,
man.
man.
John,
I was like,
get in
man,
there, John.
no, I forgot what they said that day that just pissed me off. No, because I was like, I can't stand Terry Bradshaw. I believe Terry Bradshaw is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the history of football. Now, if you talking about somebody roll the defense, that man roll the defense. And then talk up there like he just somebody. And then y'all giving him the credit, talking about, oh, I'm Super Bowl, I won 4 Super Bowl. I got this MVP, man. Shut up. Thank you. I can't stand Terry Bradshaw.
How many rings does Terry Bradshaw have?
Hey,
whatever the steel curtain got, that's what he got.
No.
That's I'm just curious. Just
he got 4. He got 4.
Oh, okay. Just making sure my stats are right. So 4 rings. Okay.
Let me ask you this. You picking him over Joe Montana?
Hey, does
you
wins
picking
matter?
him over Dan Marino?
Does wins
you
matter?
Picking him over John Elway? You picking him over Peyton Manning? You picking him over Drew Brees? You picking him over Tom Brady? You picking him over Pat Mahomes? Hell no. It shouldn't even be a no. It should be hell no.
Pat Mahomes is washed.
Matter of fact, he wasn't even the best quarterback in his day. And when it comes to the 70s, you already know who's the best. It was Roger Staubach.
Question for you: if Matt Stafford wins the Super Bowl this year, where does that position him?
It puts him up there, but he ain't one of the best.
You don't think he'd be one of the best? If he wins 2 more,
what you mean one of the best though? What you mean, like
let's say top? We'll say
what level of best?
Say top 15.
Top 15.
I'll put him up.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. But I got to think about it's a lot of quarterbacks.
If he get 2, that'd be the second Super Bowl, right?
If he wins one this year, it'd be Super Bowl number 2.
Yeah, he got to be top 15 then. You know,
he probably can make a case. No, just thinking about it,
yeah. No, I agree. That man signed a $55 million contract.
I mean, cause shit, what did Brett have 2?
Brett got 1, but he got like 3 MVPs though.
I think Matthew Stafford might rival him in yards passing.
Boy, hey man, I gotta think about that.
Video.
You know, if he get 2 Super Bowls, you gotta. Yeah.
Oh no, if he get another Super Bowl, he up there.
Yeah, he with John Elway and all them dudes. You gotta consider it.
Who would have thought that?
Whew. Yeah. Well, you play long enough, hey man. This way.
No, don't be doing that. You get the right people. Coaching matters.
Coaching matters. Got to.
And you got Ty Simpson underneath him right now learning.
It's a good spot.
Last one, man, because I thought we were going to be able to finish this tonight. Clearly not. But 2018 Clemson versus 2013 Florida State.
This one easy for me.
I don't think it's that easy.
I'm going Clemson.
Me too.
I'm going Clemson. That defense that Clemson had was special. That offense was special. I love Florida State, and I picked them in the first round against a great USC team. Man. But I think with that defensive front, Devontae Freeman wouldn't be a factor at all. A lot would be on Jameson Williams. Winston. A lot would be on him. I think Clemson would score on them. I think Clemson was a better football team, man. I just do.
I gotta look up a stat real quick. Confirm it, but keep going.
I think Clemson.
Oh man. Woo!
Bob Greaves.
Van, you just going off, weren't you? Hey.
Again, Van, if we're talking about individual talent, yes, B Sharp is right. Terry Bradshaw is not one of your more talented quarterbacks. That's true. But if you're talking about within the grand scheme of playing this game we all love, Terry Bradshaw got rings and the other ones don't. That's got to matter. Otherwise, why do we play? But the way you can make your point is you could say it the way B Sharp said it. Okay, he got rings. We give him this credit for that. But, and then you go into your spiel. That I can agree with. You know what I mean?
So Clemson I also want to confirm, they had AJ Terrell at corner, which was cream of the crop.
Yeah.
When it comes to corners. They had Isaiah Simmons, one of the most athletic linebackers. My God.
Yeah.
What is Wilkins. Wilkins in the defensive line speaks for itself, obviously. Man. So to me, I'll be honest with you. I hate to say this. I'm not going to say it's a no-brainer for me.
You're talking like the Florida State squad with just some
Yeah, I
garbage,
don't know
boy.
if it's no Brandon.
I didn't say that. What I'm saying is Clemson is loaded at every position. Didn't they?
I don't think.
Okay,
Travis
you throwing out
1,700 yards almost.
You throwing out AJ. Guess who I'm throwing out? I'm throwing out
Jalen
Ramsey.
I'm sorry. No. AJ Terrell had a better college career than Jalen Ramsey. Let's get that straight.
That's cool.
Oh yeah,
but hold on. Wait. Was he a better corner than Jalen?
That's debatable. It depends.
Let's talk scheme now.
They're two different styles of scheme. They're two different styles. Jalen more versatile. Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey could play the boundary and the field. AJ Terrell did not.
But AJ Terrell didn't need to either. Let's be real for a minute.
Jalen Ramsey could play with the best, no matter where your receiver lineup at, and that's rare. Patrick Surtain didn't play the boundary in the field.
No, I get that. But when you're front
Jalen Ramsey could do both. Wherever your best receiver go, I'll go. That is hard to do, man. Trust me.
Who's got a better front seven, Clemson or Florida State that year?
On defense?
Yeah.
Clemson.
Okay. Because what are we talking about?
Florida State's offensive line, they weren't the best. I love Florida State, but I think Clemson would have dominated them.
Yes.
In the front seven. They would have made it hard for Jameis. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you got LaMarcus Joyner on there.
I don't even know. I'm throwing out scrubs.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
I'm
joking.
Woo!
I'm joking.
Now I think they would have made it hard for Clemson's offense.
It would have been a great game. Like I said, I think they're all.
Ask yourself this question. This is what I always ask myself when you got two great teams. What is the weakest unit on either one of these teams?
Man, Clemson had
Florida State's offensive line
of that team. So
none of dudes. Look. Florida State's O-line was the weakest unit out of both teams. You got to look at who got the weakest unit. That's why I think Clemson would have eventually won that football game.
So that's the year. 2018 was the year they beat Bama. What, 44-16?
Was that?
Who are you talking about?
Clemson. Is that the year they beat Alabama?
Oh yeah. They
44-16.
Yeah. They will die ass.
B Sharp told a story. Tell it again, B Sharp. We got down there on the one.
Oh yeah, man. Josh Jacobs couldn't even get in there.
From what yard line? One. And what are we talking about again? Are we talking about
brick
Clemson?
wall, bro? We couldn't move.
Brick wall. Straight brick wall.
Clemson defense, right?
Couldn't move.
I came to the realization we ain't gonna win this game tonight, bro.
Yeah.
If we can't normally do what we normally do at the 1 yard line,
Facts.
and then we see what these guys doing in the NFL, that it says a lot.
And that was Clemson defense, right? Not Florida State.
That was Clemson's.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it was the Clemson defense doing that. Just making sure that defense was doing
Florida
that.
State would have been able to block them boys, man. They would have made it real tough for Jameis to have a good game.
Yeah, man.
James was a beast. Don't get me wrong. They had a squad, but
Florida State's defense would have kept them in it. Don't get it wrong.
The more and more I'm thinking about it, you're right. I wouldn't necessarily say it'll be a runaway, but I will give it to that Clemson team. Them boys were just like,
yeah, man.
Them boys were so talented, bro.
They was talented, bro.
Isaiah Simmons was a monster, a guy that does. And then and this is the one thing that I think people tend to forget, which I absolutely hate. Just because some guys ain't make it to the NFL, I know some guys that balled in college. Bro. Like Marquise Mays, like somebody looked down in history, like, look at this guy, Marquise Mays. Like Mays was that dude.
Mays was that dude.
Norwood was that dude.
Yeah. Marquise Mays, man. When Julio get doubled, Marquise Mays used to go out. Even sometimes Julio wasn't doubled.
Reliable.
Yeah, Marquise Mays was people forget them game, man. In the dome, Marquise Mays was the man, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. I think that's what people tend to look at, because I understand, like, hindsight is 2020. Like, what they do in the pros. I'm talking about what they did then.
College, yeah.
Ben Edwards onto something. Kevin,
I know them. The man in the middle for them Bullware at Clemson.
Yeah,
boy, he was running things over there. Boy.
People don't understand. People forget how good that Clemson defense was that year, man. Them dudes was that front four was, man, them boys was they was different, man. They was different. And I think that Florida State's defense would have kept them in the football game, right? Jameis was a pocket passing guy. Jameis wasn't no Michael Vick, man. he would run if he had. Even now, watching Jameis Winston run is very painful to watch. You know what I'm saying? Clemson's front seven was different that year. We couldn't do nothing with them. Alabama couldn't move them. When you play offensive line, it's your job to move the defensive line, not block him, not lean on him, move him off his spot. We couldn't do that. Bro, I do not think Florida State's offensive line would have been able to do that as well.
They had Dexter Lawrence, Austin Bryant, Christian Wilkins, I forgot
first rounders.
Kendall Joseph. Yeah. Dude, are you kidding me right now? On one team? What?
Mike Williams I think they had Kane, them boys on that team.
And Isaiah Simmons, man. Isaiah Simmons.
Clelin Ferrell, the biggest bust in Raider history, I believe. But he still had 11.5 sacks. That dude could not be
stopped. In college, yes. Yeah.
But the thing was, they just what messed up Mike Mayock on that, because he went and drafted him up too high. If you go back and look at that draft video, man, they was
try to play him standing up.
Like, bro, y'all went and got him that early. You could have got him later. It wasn't later. And it shows. See, if you go, you better go get. Sometimes, bro, I feel like guys be making this stuff too hard. I don't know. Matter of fact, we're gonna look at this together. The NFL draft that year.
Justin Ross, T. Higgins, and Hunter Renfrow.
Ross was special, man. He was supposed to be that one, man. Injuries just slowed him down. That's the only thing.
Yep. Travis Etienne, and then obviously Lawrence is the quarterback. That was a hell of a squad, man.
Yes. So they're going into 2019. It wasn't 18. They won it in 19, but it's 2018 squad. Okay, let me show y'all this. Here we go.
I didn't realize. I'll be honest with you. I didn't realize how deep that Clemson defense was. If you look at it.
Okay. Wait. Now look at this. All these guys you could have drafted.
Oh, that's right. They took him 4. That's right.
That's what I'm saying. You cannot take that. You got Devin White, who was a beast. Who still is a beast.
TJ Hawkinson, he was a beast.
That's what I'm saying. All these guys, I was like, Rashawn Gary, I would have took over. Like all these guys.
He's still balling.
That's what I'm saying. Dexter Lawrence was 17. Brian Burns is still balling. Jeffrey, like, of all the people in the draft, and they all just so happen to be on the defensive line, it's crazy.
Yeah. And then you played him out of position. Got him playing different techniques.
R.I.P. Josh Jacobs. Jesus, he's going through it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Praying for you, my boy.
Let's see here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's no way, bro. I didn't know it was that many guys that went. Come on, man. Jeffrey Simmons, Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns. You got Rashawn Gary. You have Josh Haynes Allen.
Daniel Jones.
All these guys.
Oh,
and
man.
You could have definitely drafted him later on.
Before you get off, B Sharp.
Even Ed Oliver at that time.
Houston the beast.
Ed Oliver, he's still balling. That's
what I'm saying. It's a bunch of guys you could have took at that spot.
Let me get my man Piano Man and Van. Shout out to Van. Shout out to Piano Man.
Oh yeah, man.
I want Van and Piano Man to put one team from back in the day that would beat that 95 Nebraska team. That what you think would beat that 95 Nebraska team. And I hope you say them 87 Canes with that pro set. I hope you say that struggled against a option team. I'm finna hurt your feelings. I want my brothers to give me one team who you think would have beaten that 95 Nebraska team from back in the 80s.
The 85 Bears.
They probably would have done.
Well, any pro team.
I know. Obviously, I'm joking. Yeah. I'm just saying it's gonna be hard to come up. Dude, that team was so.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Piano Man.
You can watch these games on YouTube, B Sharp. You can watch them and see.
Oh yeah, I don't think any team beyond the 90s, I mean, like 90 or lower, is going to beat this any team ahead.
92 Bama offense was god terrible. They would have lost. Love Derek Lassick, but Jay Barker, shout to him, was awful. They would have lost. Bad.
Dog, man.
Yeah, their defense was great. Best defense I've ever seen in my lifetime for Bama. But that offense was terrible.
Man, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I swear to God, it just I was watching something. I was just having something playing in the background, and it just had the 92 team playing. Like, it was just showing their highlights. I have to send you the clip. And it just showing the defense.
Yeah,
like I never really seen them because I always seen the
best defense I ever seen.
I watched the Miami versus I watched that game all the way out. But I was just watching them throughout the season. I was like, damn, boy, these boys punching the ball out everywhere.
Big, but the offense, man.
They didn't really show the offense. I think they were just highlighting the defense.
Shout out to my boys though. Shout out to Sherman. Shout out to Chris Anderson. Shout out to my favorite Alabama player of all time, Antonio Langham. You know what I'm saying? Them boys was different. Tonio back there, and Antonio playing man. When he playing man. I don't care what the coach talking about. I got it. George Teague. Man, them dudes was the best defense I have ever laid my eyeballs on to wear that crimson ever in the history of my life. Ever. Never seen nothing like it.
Derek Lasky actually just joined the Bama Standard.
Shout out Derek Lasky. Look,
shout out to
Fred Sanford he used to do.
Sam Shade.
Look, Derek Lasky would score. Shout out to Sam Shade, Alabama M University. Derek Lasky would score and do that Fred Sanford and fall out. That boy was, but their quarterback, bro. No disrespect, but Jay Barker wasn't.
He got a ring, man.
He got a ring. He got one ring. I respect it. But if you're talking about team versus team, not player versus player, I don't think our offense would have been able to score with Nebraska.
Ooh.
It's just people just don't understand how hard. Remember, that defense was that's back when we used to run a true 4-3. Like you had Derek Oden and Antonio London. I can't picture them dudes trying to stop an option. I just can't picture it. You got to remember schematically, bro.
Stop a piano.
Don't just think about the players. Think about schematically. To show you what I'm talking about, Vanderbilt is not more talented than Alabama, y'all. Believe it or not, that Vanderbilt team with Diego Pavia, as good as they're for man. Bama probably got more talent on the sideline than they got starting. Guess what?
Georgia Southern game.
You know what I'm saying? Georgia Southern. Guess why?
Horn.
That schematic is hard to stop, man. And Nebraska did it better than anybody I've ever seen. That's a fact.
I will say this, since you shouted out your favorite Alabama player, mine. I'm about to say all these guys are pretty much my age. That's why I was like, nah, none of these guys.
I already know who his is.
Oh yeah,
DJ Hall
will always be my favorite, man.
Yeah.
Always be my favorite. That was like my time, even though we went through hardships.
Yeah.
That's why I said that's why I was like during the season and people was like, I know we losing, but y'all ain't really. I was like, well, some of y'all fans then. Like, were y'all really fans then when we literally losing to Auburn 6 years in a row? Six years in a row is heartbreaking.
Man, I don't even want to think about it. That's
Tommy Bowden needs to go away.
Bro, I promise you, bro. I felt like I was like, bro, will this ever end?
Hey, don't look now. And I wouldn't say this if Tez was here. Auburn used to be whooping ass.
2004.
You said he's over. Oh, okay.
Man, B Sharp finna have a come apart.
Oh my man,
look, he about to end the stream right now and just
facts.
What?
Look, Jane Bostic back when that boy Jane Bostic was a thumper. I remember they had Stephen Davis though. Stephen Davis, man, them boys used to.
I forgot to put up the poll.
Carlos Rogers, man, one of the best DBs I've ever seen. I mean, them boys was.
Oh, I love Carlos Rogers, man.
There was some heartbreaking days for Alabama back then, bro.
And that's the thing, man. I like, man. I hate teams. I hate Auburn with a passion, but it's so many guys I love on that 04 team that I love so much. I love Cadillac. I love Ronnie Brown. I was like, damn, man, why couldn't they just come to Alabama?
I know,
but the Lord just like, be patient. This is when you're testing your patience. Don't worry, I got some guys for you. He gave me Trent. He gave me Mark. He gave me Roy Upchurch. He gave me Glenn Coffey. Gave me Eddie Lacy. Gave me TJ Yeldon. Gave me Derrick Henry. Gave me Josh Jacobs. Gave me Damian Harris. I got all these guys down the line. That's why I like, man. Won't he do it?
Shout out to Ephraim. That's a good pick, Ephraim. That 85 Oklahoma team, I watched them on YouTube too. They great, but they almost got their asses kicked by, I think it was Iowa State. that 85 team was not good enough up front to stop Tommy Frazier and them boys. They just wasn't. It was several teams that ran on that team. You can't give me one that ran on Nebraska. Not one. Colorado was one of the most talented teams I've ever seen. With all them people. And they got their asses smoked like a blunt. Straight up.
1 for Clemson, 2 for Florida State. 1 for 2018 Clemson, 2 for 2013.
I'm going with Clemson.
Yeah. Make sure y'all put y'all votes in this last one for the night. Then just have a final four.
Ooh, I think we're gonna know who's gonna win this.
Yo, I didn't think it was gonna be an argument. I just didn't like how y'all said it was just gonna be a blowout. I ain't saying
I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be a close game.
I just feel like 2018 Clemson is better.
Yeah, I ain't arguing that. Fact. And that's a young Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Yep.
2018, yeah.
Yeah, 2018. Yeah, that's a young Trevor Lawrence.
That was his second year starting, right?
First year.
Hold on.
Because Kelly Bryant was starting.
Kelly Bryant started the year. Trevor
finished the
end of the year. Yeah.
Now, if we had Kelly Bryant in that game, I honestly God believe we win that game.
Van, you from Town Creek? If you is, say you from Town Creek, shout out to my homeboy Aaron Gould, who played at A&M with me, who stayed right across the hall from me in Hopkins Hall back then, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to Aaron Gould, Saputo. You know what it is. Shout out to Aaron. If you watching this, y'all say Aaron. If you from Town Creek, tell Aaron, Shawn said, what up? Miss him. We used to kick it, boy. We had plenty nights where we had pizza boxes in the bathroom, drunk. Much love to Aaron Gould, man. Facts. I ain't
gonna lie, Jeremy. He was done wrong, but it was the right choice. He was done. Two things can be right at the same time. He was done wrong, but it was the right choice.
Yeah,
because he was limited in them. Because the year before when we played him, because what's that? Yeah, because Jalen was still wasn't Jalen yet. He was still like he can make the first read passes. Now, if you telling him to sit back there and be a quarterback, he's not going to be his best. That's why Coach Saban benched him in the national championship game in the second half because we needed to move that football. They know we're going to run the ball. It's easy to load up the box.
Look, what I said about schematics, what was they doing? They was pattern matching in that game, confusing Jalen. No matter how talented we was, schematics, it matters.
And then we always had a problem with Brent Venables.
Yeah. And then what you see when the passer came in that when the passer coming up, Kirby was lost in the sauce. Yeah. You get Brent time, Brent gonna find a way to stop Brent. Oklahoma's problem is not on defense, I don't believe, even now, man.
Oh, no. Especially the guys that they getting on defense, man. The guys, they just keep loading up. Hold on. My fault. Seeing so. Oh yeah, man, we about to get off. But yeah, man, I just definitely shout out to Sam Shade at Alabama A&M.
AC Carter.
AC.
Oh yeah, AC Carter up there. Definitely shout out to those guys.
Ronald McKinnon.
Yeah, man, definitely. It's some guys, man. I'm definitely reaching out to all summer long, man. And this one guy is on it. Matter of fact, spoiler alert, he's on that Miami's team. And I'm gonna let him say what he needs to say about that. But I know he's good friends with one of my friends. I didn't know this. He's actually godfather to one of my partner's children. I did not know that, and it blew my mind. So definitely shout out to. I ain't gonna say nothing because I'm still pissed off at the last interview, y'all. That's why we'll talk about that at a later date. Hopefully we can still make that happen. But yeah.
Well, Clemson moving on.
Yeah, but Clemson moving on.
So who in the Final Four, B-Sharp?
Is the Final Four going to be I gotta put us off to the side or something. Final Four gonna be
Nebraska for sure.
Nebraska, Shocker 28. 2008 Florida Gators. That's gonna be very, very interesting.
It's tough.
Miami versus 2018 Clemson.
Wow.
And really analyze it, man.
That's a real match.
Really, even if you got to go on YouTube and watch them play, really look at these things.
You know what? I may say Coach Al for that one. So whenever Coach Al is ready, y'all, and hopefully he'll be ready by next week.
Yeah.
They give everybody time to do all the homework they need to do.
Yeah.
Look at whatever player they need to look at. Because it's gonna be interesting, boy.
Challenge the chat, B Sharp. If y'all can, shout out to J Mills. What's up, J Mills? Thought I saw Patriot Life in here. Shout out to Patriot Life. He's still here. Eric D. Good to see y'all boys, man. Chris.
See everybody, man.
If y'all get a chance, man, Piano Man, I know you already know. If y'all get a chance, really go to YouTube and Google 2001 Miami. Not Google, but just YouTube it. YouTube 2018 Clemson. Just watch a few highlights. YouTube 2008 Florida, and please YouTube 95 Nebraska, and really watch that and see for yourself and compare the styles, how this team play defense. What do they do good? What do they don't do good? You know, what do they struggle with? Really watch those 4 teams and come back with an answer.
Well, Brinsky got some work to do by putting himself off mute first.
I put myself on mute and then started talking. That's crazy. Hold on. I just had it up here before we got up. Eric D said, "Who is the greatest football player of all time?"
Player?
That's subjective as it can all get.
That's tough. That's tough, man. I don't know. I think about that.
According to Madden, Mike Vick.
that was Madden.
But I'm just saying you couldn't stop on Madden. Good luck.
Mike Vick, to me, that's not a bad choice. Mike Vick changed the game for quarterbacks, man. He really did. I don't know, man. That's tough. I would have to I had to think about that. Yeah, that's tough, bro. You know,
I wouldn't put Bo up there. I say he's most talented.
Shit, Bo Jackson could easily be one of the best players that ever played this game. Him and Herschel, which is, I think, the best 2 running backs I've ever seen with my eyes in college. The stuff they was doing, like them dudes, and YouTube them dudes. Watch dudes take a student body sweep 89 yards.
Oh knows.
Gone. Herschel, yeah. I mean, you could easily say Bo or Herschel. You wouldn't get no argument from me. None. Them dudes dominated, bro.
Yeah, they did.
They played the best position in college football.
Barry did all right. Barry Sanders did okay.
Yeah. But see, the only thing that hurt Barry is you played at a college you played with somebody that some people might think was better than you in college.
Yeah. No. I know they have said, and it's on the record, don't hurt Thurman Thomas because the guy behind him is better.
Yeah, I'm just saying to a casual fan, they might say, he played, facts on that though. Agent Peterson too. He could easily be. That's facts.
Yeah, Peterson, the freshman was.
That boy was a freshman. Y'all ever seen a freshman do that?
That's when you know somebody belongs in the NFL. You know they about to have a Hall of Fame career. That's why it was just the only thing at that time. And I remember it was the draft. It was just like, can he stay healthy? I said if he's healthy, he's a Hall of Famer. It's no question.
Yeah, that dude was different, man.
It's no question he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Marcus Dupree was no joke either.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That was one of my favorite 30 for 30s because when you don't even know about a person and you get to sit there and learn, man, that was awesome, man. I would love to have. I think Bishop know Marcus Dupree.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, if he do, man, I damn sure. Hey, man, come up here. I would love to have that.
That's a hard one, B Sharp. That's a hard one. I had to take some time on that one, man. I'd be scared to even answer that right now because I'd be scared of disrespecting so many people.
I'm not even answering. I'm just looking at what people are saying.
Yeah, they got some good picks too, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say prime. I know the most exciting player I have ever seen play. The most exciting is Reggie Bush. It is no question what I have seen with my own eyes. Exciting
for me,
exciting, bro.
David Palmer, the Deuce, Alabama. That's the most exciting player I've ever seen.
It was every week with Reggie Bush.
Every week.
I don't.
The Deuce, man, from a different position. I watched this cat play Tennessee. We had 3 quarterbacks hurt, 2 or 3 hurt. This one was taking snaps from the QB spot. We won. Last play, I remember he ran a quarterback sneak that right corner. David Palmer was different, man. That's to me the most exciting cat. And that's back when defenses played
before
hard
we
front sevens.
27 sacks.
Before we get off here, everybody, because I know the game on. I ain't trying to. I love Noel Devine, and shout out to my favorite college quarterback of all time, Pat White.
Pat White, yeah.
But definitely, I definitely want to get into a conversation with the '90s SEC versus 2000 SEC, because I think that's a very, very. But John brought up something with the Big 8. I think it was still because it was still Big 8 at that time in the night.
Yeah, so I can't remember the exact year it moved over, but yeah, we'll just say Big 12, right? So
so
by the end of it.
So we'll see. I'm gonna let these brothers shout out their channels, and we got our Final Four, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna put it on Twitter, and I know some people I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer up there. I'll be like, I didn't pick 08 Florida, but the people picked it, and the people win.
Shout out to Coach Al.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shout out to Coach Al. And definitely before we get off here, pray for KB, everybody.
Yeah.
Hopefully everything good with his family and all that. Just pray for him. That's all we ask. Hopefully that everything work out good and he can come back up here and argue with these Georgia fans. But let these brothers shout out their channel and we up out of here. You can start, John.
Yeah, check me out at Rep 1 Exposure or the Bama Standard. But more importantly, 7 Brew. We're waiting on your sponsorship. Just throwing that out there. All the way from Montana. But shout out to, by the way, talking about greatest of all, I mean, you got to put the back-to-back Heisman winner, Archie Griffin, probably in that conversation to some degree.
You have to. Yes, you have to. Because it's college.
No, Coach Shawn, obviously good to have you on here. Brinsky, thanks for the invite. Everybody in the chat. You know, it's too many to name at this point. No, good times. It's all subjective. Sorry if you get a little butt hurt, but yeah.
Bevo going off, Donnie.
Bevo, you gotta understand, man. I said that's why I said some people say Cam or Joe Burrow or Tim T. Well, for the 1 year, the guys' years that was so spectacular. I was like, bro, the man was so dominant for those 3 years. I was like, man, I think he's the best that I see in my time. But it takes more than one man. Even if Cam went against that 2018 squad, they getting their ass whooped.
Yeah, look at them stats. If Bevo a football dude, if he look at the stats, he'll see why we said what we said.
We should have added Indiana to this bracket.
They did.
They was there.
Where?
They lost in the first round to 2000.
No, they didn't.
To Georgia.
They hold on.
See, I didn't get a chance to see.
They blanked themselves out?
No, I took us off because I didn't know how to move it over, man. I'm gonna learn this thing one day. But yeah, they went against Georgia, man.
Yeah,
I had to respect it. They went undefeated, first 16-0 squad. Got to respect it. But I don't.
For them to make this field, that's Brinsky showing them love, respect.
But I don't believe they getting their ass whooped by it. I'm just going by these guys don't want to believe me, bro. That the chat did this. I said, just set it up like this, randomize it. And that's what they came up with. So how they land is where they landed.
Bevo over there thinking, damn, Texas whooped everybody's ass that year.
I mean, if I had to give Bevo a good answer, I think I voted for, I don't remember who I even voted for in that one. Because I remember I was trying to make a case for Texas. But I think it came down to Bevo that when you looked at the stats, even in their championship game, nobody outside of Vince Young did anything, you know what I mean? And that team was only giving, I think they was like number 2 in the country against the run. It would have been hard for Vince to beat that team by himself like that.
By himself. You got to think about it.
That would have been tough, man. You need to come up here and join us. And Bevo, you need to come up here and make the case for Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? Make the case for Texas, bro. It might have swayed some people. Right.
Matter of fact, I may have another one, and it just be like a second part of it.
Facts.
But go ahead, Coach Shawn.
Just JMHO Sports Talk on Twitter and YouTube. It's been fun. I want to give a big shout out to Coach Al, man. It's so good to see our OG back in there, man. Much love to Coach Al. Does my heart good to see him back. You know, can't wait to get him back on the panel. Big shout out to Piano Man and Bishop. Love what they do in the morning. They really keep me going and entertained. Big shout out to John and what they do in the Rep One. Everybody over there, Coach Carl, Justin, Marvin, everybody, man. Y'all do a great job with these kids, and I really respect that, man. And the kids do. The kids respect it. I've been trying to turn kids onto that site and everybody I can, man. I just told my little homeboy Alex. Shout out to Alex Randolph, Bob Jones High School. Alex ain't in but the 9th grade. He in the same grade with my daughter, and he already like 6'2". You know what I mean? Can sling that rock. That's Levi's little Levi and Kendall's family. He bought it, you know what I'm saying? And he's right here, Bob Jones. He a future starter. He gonna be all right, man. Thank you to Be Sharp for having us. And much love to everybody, man. Roll Tide to everybody.
Oh yeah, man, and definitely gonna be up there during the season too. Definitely said they're gonna make it up there during the off season to go check out the Young Bull, man. But appreciate everybody coming through, man. Definitely I thought we were gonna be finished tonight, but it's gonna be a part 3. And so
yeah, 5 videos to make.
They gave me ideas of other videos to make. So I'm gonna wait on this Final 4. I'm gonna wait till Coach Al up here. So definitely he can make his argument. I think I know where he gonna go, but it no matter. I'd just rather have him up here for it. Hopefully have Tez and them up here. But definitely catch y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, all that good stuff. Hold on. Just for Tez and all them. Y'all already know what time it is. F them for life. But a shout out to the players and stuff. And catch y'all on the next one. Roll damn Tide.